Hello, in this topic we are going to learn how to create a project calendar. So setting up a correct project calendar is very important because in this you will set up your working days, your working timings, all those planned leaves that your organization have, so that you can schedule your project only on the working days of your project, and you come out with a duration and end date and start date which is realistic and as per the working days. So let's start. So in the previous topic, we saw that we can create a Microsoft project plan from a template or from a blank project file. So in this exercise, we'll use a blank project. So I'll just click on blank project. So as soon as I click on blank project, the default view which I talked about, the Gantt chart view, opens in front of you. As of now, I have no data here. So in this topic we'll learn how to set up the project calendar. In the later topics we'll see how to enter tasks, resources, dates, duration, and so on. So let us first start by saving this file. Ideally you should always save the project file whenever you're working on it, and keep on regularly saving it. So I'll just click on file, save as, and select the location where I want to save it. So I'll save it on my desktop. So I'll just go to desktop and let me name it as Microsoft project videos series. So you should give the project name as the name of that file, so that you can have that name appear on the top of the application of the file. So let us first see how to set up the project calendar. So to set up the project calendar, we need to go to the project tab. So click on project, and then we need to go to change working time options. So click on change working time. So this dialog box will open in front of me. So in this I have options like for calendar, or I can create a new calendar. So I can make changes in the existing calendars that I have, or I can create a new calendar altogether. By default there are 3 calendars which are available: 24 hours, night shift, and then a standard calendar. This is the default calendar which is always applied to a project until unless you change it. So we can make changes in this calendar itself. We'll learn how to make changes in this existing calendar. So, and then if I scroll down below, I see some legends are given for working, non-working, edited working hours, and so on. And then on the right hand side I have the working timings. By default it is 8 to 5 and 12 to 1 being a break. And then there are few more options at the bottom where I have exceptions and work weeks, and we'll see what are these tabs used for. So let us first start editing this calendar. So first let us learn how to make changes in the working timings. Like it is 8 to 5, let's suppose I want to make it 9:30 to 6:30, and 1 to 2 being your lunch break. So what I'll do, at the bottom tab I have 2 tabs which is called exceptions and work weeks. I'll go to work weeks. When with my selection on default, I'll click on details. So as soon as I click on details, another dialog box opens in front of me, wherein I have options of all the days, and then I have options of setting them as a non-working time or changing their timings to my preferred timings. So what I'll do, I'll just select Monday to Friday, and I want to make changes here as 9:30 to 6:30. So instead of default timings, what I'll use the third radio button, that is set days to specific working timings. As soon as I click on this, you see the table below is enabled. Now I can make changes here. So from start time I'll just type here 9:30 a.m. and here I'll 1:30. Here I'll type 2:30 p.m. and then I'll type 6:30 p.m. So I've set the timings. If your system is in a 24-hour format, then instead of 1:30 you will have to type 13:30 instead of AM PM. So 2:30 goes as 14:30 and 6:30 goes as 18:30, and click on OK to save it. As soon as I click on OK to save it, you see the timings have changed from 9:30 to 6:30. So this is how you can make changes in your timings of the calendar. You can set your working times. Now let us understand how do you enter a planned holiday which you have in your organization. So by default all the days Monday to Friday will be working, I have made, and Saturday Sundays will be off. So let us understand how to enter holidays. So let's suppose August 15th, which is an Independence Day here in India. So we'll set this as a holiday. So I go to August 15th and go to exceptions tab, and under exceptions tab I can type the reason of the holiday, Independence Day. Then on the start and finish I select the start 15th, and it's a 1 day holiday, so finish also on 15th. So if I did a 2 days break, then I can have 16th as a holiday. So this is how you enter holidays. As soon as I enter holidays, you see the color of this particular day 15th has changed, and if you look at the legends, it shows anything which is a different color and underlined is basically different color and underlined. It's an exception day apart from the other days which I'm working. If I take my selection there, it also shows as August 15, 2018 is not working. The second thing, sometimes what happens, some holidays are recurring in every year, like August 15 will be a holiday every year, right? So instead of, let's say my project is of 3 years, so instead of entering 3 different holidays going to their respective years, I can set a recurrence pattern of this. So if I select Independence Day, first I have to enter, for the first time I entered 2018 as the first holiday, and then selecting that I click on details. So as soon as I click on details, another dialog box opens wherein I can select the recurrence pattern. So now it is a I can set recurrence pattern as a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. Since it is a yearly recurrence pattern, so I'll click on yearly, then August 15th, selecting as the date on which I want a holiday every year, and then I can set the end by, I want to end it by whom. So while selecting end by, I can end a particular date, or I can end I can put an end by numbers. So let's say it's a 3-year project, easier is to put 3 year rather than going and setting a date here. So I'll just enter 3 year and click OK. Now if I go to 2019 August, you see August 2019 also it has been a holiday. So this is how you enter holidays and set a recurrence pattern of your holidays. And the earlier topic I had talked about how to change the timings of your calendar. So these are some basic changes which you might be required to do while setting up your project plans. One of the important things is to set up a correct project calendar, as I said, so that your working timings, start date, finish date are realistic and as per the organization's work timings. So in the subsequent topics we'll learn how to create a project plan really. So make sure you keep on continuing looking at these video series and learn how to use Microsoft Project in your daily project planning, monitoring, tracking, reporting activities. So thank you.